G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 6 of my dual-wielding Cold Reaper playthrough. Last episode we got up to Fort Ikon here, and I said I was going to farm the Tomb of the Archon a little bit, kill Malkadar a few times, and get some decent swords. Now, I've killed him, I think 6 or 7 times. I think I sold the first one, but regardless, I've got 6 swords here, and I'm just going to go through what dropped. And I've got 2 that I'm going to keep, so I'm going to show you the other ones here. So first one was Rune Carved of Alacrity. Now Alacrity is the ideal second, or the ideal suffix, so you do want Alacrity for the attack speed. And then preferably the prefix will have some sort of cold damage proc. Rune Carved is kind of okay. Rune Carved being elemental stuff, so you get some cold damage, you get some percent cold damage, percent frostburn damage from that. This one's kind of okay. I'm not going to use this one because I found better, but this one would not be bad. Then I got a Chilled of Fallen Skies. Now, Fallen Skies is, yeah, it's a Trojan Sky Shard thing, but it is cold and lightning, so that's not horrible either. And Chilled, obviously, is the flat cold damage, I think. It's either the flat or the percentage, and the other one is the Fallen Skies, but I'm pretty sure Chilled is 10, or the 11 cold damage, yeah. Actually, yeah, if we look at the other 2 weapons I have, both of those are Chilled, and they both have flat cold damage. So, we're going to say that Chilled is the flat cold damage, and Fallen Skies is percent cold, percent lightning, probably offensive ability or something. But it's the Trojan Sky Shard stuff. This one is also kind of okay. It's not as good as this one, but it's alright. Third one, these are not in order either. I've moved these around a bunch. I can't remember what order I got them in. But Chilled of Shattering. This is a cold prefix with a cold suffix. The shattering there is Alexstra's Flash Freeze skill points. And this one is also, it's alright. It's cool. It's cold prefix, cold suffix, missing the attack speed, I guess, but that's kind of fine. And then this one is the Chilled of Thunder, and this one is, again, it's okay. This is probably the weakest of the 3. Thunder doesn't really do anything for us. We don't do lightning damage, so percent lightning damage is basically worthless. So this is a Chilled Malkadar's Dreadblade of nothing, effectively. So this is probably the weakest one that I got to drop, and all 4 of these are the ones that I'm not going to use. So the first one I am going to use is a Glacial Malkadar's Dreadblade of the Aether. Now, you could probably argue that the Rune Carved is almost as good. The Glacial here, though, has the Ring of Rimefire proc, which is a cold damage proc, which is very, very nice. It also has flat frostburn damage, which is, yeah, it's alright. But it's pretty good. So I like this one, mostly because of the proc, and you could argue that the Rune Carved of Alacrity would be pretty good as well. Which one of these? This one here also has pretty good attack speed. So probably this one actually would be better than the Rune Carved. So, Glacial of Aether. Now, of Aether is kind of bad. 70% Aether damage. We do Aether damage. So if we look here, we actually have a non-trivial amount of Aether damage. So at the moment we are a cold/Aether Nightblade, or Reaper, I guess. So 75% increase on the Aether damage percent. If we come down here to Aether mod, that's not horrible. It's alright. But this is mostly for the Glacial prefix, and the of the Aether is kind of just, it's okay. I don't hate it, but it's not what I want. This one, however, this one is pretty good. So Frostborn is obviously that Ice Spike proc, which I like, and then attack speed, because attack speed. This, I'm not sure what the ideal prefix is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Glacial might actually be better, but of Alacrity is definitely the ideal suffix, and depending on what you get, it might even be better than any of the rare suffixes as well. So this is what we're doing. 2 level 41 cold prefixes with attack speed and Aether damage as the suffixes. And then these ones, yeah, no. So if we actually hold control, that's an upgrade. The Chilled of Shattering, obviously, is really good. The Rune Carved is kind of alright. And it may actually turn out, so I'm going to hang on to this one as well. It may actually turn out that this one, at least on paper, looks better. Flat Cold is better than Flat Frostburn, because every time I hit something with this particular sword, which is going to be more than every 3 seconds, that Frostburn is going to be overwritten. Or the duration will be refreshed, but you don't get that full damage unless you're like hitting once and then running away. So this one, I mean, it's going to be hard to tell because of the proc, right? But either of these would probably be fine. The other thing I did is I went to the Rovers and I bought all of their components. And the reason why I did this was, well, I went there for the runestone. I don't have an augment in my helmet, or my boots for that matter, but I mean, boots could obviously be run speed, and I don't need run speed, so normally I would put something like an anti-venom salve or something like that here. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to get Aether or Vitality resistance in a component on your boots, so kind of nothing there, but Runestone on the helmet would be nice, get some more Aether resistance. The other thing I would like to do is get some more piercing, because I want to replace my chest and shoulders with the Perdition stuff, because you can see the armor just goes through the roof. 4% armor on that, 4% armor on that. The 2-set bonus is another 10%, so I'd like to replace those. It's not really looking like it's going to happen at the moment. I need about 40% pierce resist from somewhere, and I already have a Silk Swatch. I do not want to replace a Scaled Hide for one, so if I find it, great. If I don't, also kind of great. But I do want to get a runestone here, so let's go ahead and use all those, and I think I'm short on Aether Crystals here, so nope, I've got plenty of Aether Crystals. Let's go craft that, chuck it on the helmet, and then we can get underway after 10 minutes of waffling. So runestone, I'm pretty sure it needed wrathstone, but I've been burned by not checking that before, so let's just have a quick look. It is wardstone, so I'm glad I didn't make 3 wrathstones. 1, 2, 3 of you, and then 1 runestone to go on the helmet. There we go. Aether is now capped, which is good because we're going to be fighting some ethereals. Chaos is capped, which is also good because, well, Chthonics. And the only thing we're not capped on is Vitality, and if I could get my hands on a Prismatic Diamond yet, I would have one of those. So these 3 can go, and I'm going to keep these 3 in my, I swear I'm going to use this gear one day tab. Kind of don't think I'm going to end up using these boots, but they do have that Aether Blaze proc, so I think I will hang on to them for the moment. But yeah, we're good to actually go and kill some stuff. Before we do that, though, I'm going to go back to Sora's Bastion here, and we're going to turn in the urn, the ashes here. We're going to turn that in and see what the next quest is. I can't remember if it's this one or the next one that wants us to go into the Chthonic Plains. How are we looking for Rover's reputation, actually? Because if we're at Honored, then we can do... we're not even close. That's fine. We will talk to Brother Miranok. Yes, I have them here. With the ashes, blah, blah, blah. We have a new ally. Okay, what's next? Okay, what is Empyrean's Will? Forsaken Void, yeah, okay. So I'm going to skip Bane Gargoth for now. I'll probably come back and do that later. But I may just end up skipping that completely. Getting Kaiman's reputation, getting their gear from past respected is kind of not something I care about. So, let's go slay Commander Lucius. We've got the Fort Ikon stuff to do. Why do I feel like, yeah, I should have put these on when I turned that quest in. Oh well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't. Death Chill... What are we using? Now we need the Mistborn Talisman. When we get to the Ancient Grove, we can buy ourselves a component that will give us a default attack replacer. And then we can maybe look at getting a new relic. Until then, though, we'll just keep the one we have, because there really isn't much of an option at the moment. Alright, let's head in. Now once we hit level 41, of course, we can use those Malkadar's Dreadblades, and that is going to increase our damage a lot. Like, crazy levels of extra damage. But we're not there yet, so I have to kill some ethereals to do that, which is fine. I like killing ethereals. Still got a few rocks that are not cold-based. I would like to get Winterstorm suffixes on a bunch of gear, just for the +2 skill levels in our resistant shredding aura. So this one here, Night's Chill, I'd like this to be at 20 of 10. Pretty sure that goes up to -37%. Don't quote me on that. But it's definitely an improvement. Having more resistant shred is always a good thing. Especially always, but also just in general. Probably should be killing more of this stuff. Impervious, Flesh Warped. Okay, so there's some pierce resistance, but unfortunately it is a chest. That's a downgrade in armor, though. Look at all that physique. Okay, let's actually have a look at this. We'll eat that too. I think the 8% armor on everything else is probably not enough to compensate 130 less armor on my chest. Let's just chuck it on. 447 was the old chest value. Granted, we're going to get an extra 35 plus, let's say, another 2 from the percent armor there, so 37. So 337 instead of, what does it say, 440 something? Yeah, 447. That's a big difference. I don't think I can do that one. If that was the next level up of the Flesh Warped chest piece, I probably would have swapped that. Impervious is quite good. The actual chest piece itself is also quite good. But if I could get some piercing resist on something that's not my chest or my shoulders, then I would be very happy. As I said, I really want to put the Perdition stuff on. Even not being a Retaliation build, the Perdition set is just really good for armor. And everybody needs armor. Well, everyone who's in melee needs armor. Most characters probably want armor. Alright, there we go. Helmet-wise, I do like the Spectral Binding stuff there. Flesh Warped Cask, though, is actually pretty good for resistances. Oh wait. Impervious of Ruin, probably better, actually, than Mage Storm of Nature's Bounty, but that would mess up my, my Aether and Chaos res. Can I do that, though? What does that look like? I probably shouldn't do this in the middle of a dungeon. Resistance-wise, we would be a little bit under in piercing. Aether would be absolutely tanked. Yeah, okay, so the answer is no. No, we're not doing that. But that's alright, I'll keep looking at gear. Eventually I'll find something. We've got a bunch of MI stuff coming up anyway. Okay, so Lucius. He's going to do 3 attacks, and he may not even get the 3rd one off. So, first up, he's either... I can never remember if he shoots the balls at you first, or if he does the flamethrower first. But neither of those are particularly worrying. It's the 3rd one you need to worry about, because that's the meteors. You do not want to get hit by the meteors, they will shotgun you, and you will die. So, I think we can maybe even kill him before he gets those off. Let's see how we go. So, had the balls, there's the flamethrower, next up's going to be the meteors. It looks like he will get it off. those ones there. And now we can just kill him. So actually damage is a little bit low. Mage Storm of Alacrity, that's not bad. So I have killed this guy on Veteran with a Force Wave character, and he died before he got the meteors off, so this is not even as much damage as a basic Force Wave character at the moment. That, however, will change once we turn the quest in, and we can put Malkadar's Dreadblades on. At least I'm pretty sure it will. We'll definitely be getting more damage. It's just how much is the question. The other thing as well is the Troll Rage. It's not very good. Like, it's okay, but it's not great. Anyway, we'll go and blow the wall up, and then let's go turn in the quest. Because I like getting new gear. I think turning this in should get us to 41. Let's actually swap in those. Get some extra XP for basically nothing. Here we go.
Good work down there.
Where do you need me? I'll head to the Necropolis. Okay, yeah, we are definitely hitting 41 here. I have the supplies. I forgot to pick up that quest. Anyway, 41. Lovely. Let's go ahead and swap these back in and chuck this set back in here. Right, so 41. We don't currently have enough cunning for these, so 272. That's 5. That's 6. I'm just going to take it to 10. Higher level Malkadar's Dreadblades will require more cunning, so I think I'm just going to bite the bullet, get that to 10. Leave Spirit around 5 for now, and the rest in Physique. But it's time to go get some better weapons. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm pretty sure dual Malkadar's is going to be better than one Malkadar's and one of these. Actually, I guarantee it, because these are level 32 weapons. But let's just do this. All right. I'm gonna try. Let's just put 2 of these on, and have a look at this. So this one apparently is the worst of the 3. But I think it's actually better than the Child of Shattering. I think that proc, the Ring of Ramfire, I think that will make up the difference. And I also think that 70% Aether damage is not nothing. Now, let's just have a look here on the Troll Rage. And I guess I've got to come out here and actually get my bonus damage from Amarastas. So Troll Rage, if we chuck that on there, that went up. Alright. Troll Rage actually went up. Not a huge amount, but a little bit, and then we have the proc on top of that. Yeah, I'm happy to call that considerably better. Because the Aether percent there is going to also increase our damage from Spectral Wrath once we get it. I think now is probably good. Do I want anything from Nightblade immediately, or do we get more levels in I think we go Spectral Wrath. Hang on, let me check the plan here. So the plan is to max this out. The plan is also to have Ill Omen as well, though. So do I have any other damage reduction? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we get that one, we get that one. And I think I want to max out Ill Omen. The cold damage is nice, the vitality is, it's okay. But the reduced target's damage I think is pretty good. So I'm going to swap that in here. And let's actually get away from that so as it stops making that noise. And we need to put these 2 on here. And I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to leave that as it is. And unfortunately, I have to now go and chuck all of this out. Now, the other thing to not really worry about is the Amulet of the Grove here, because I've already got one, so never mind that one. Alright. There we go. Gear is fixed. Let's go ahead and sell all of these. And we'll be on our way. Now, damage should have gone up a decent amount by swapping those weapons over. But let's just go see how it looks. We'll go stab some things and see what it looks like. So, Malkadar's Dreadblade here, kind of haven't gone over it, but +2 to execution, which we actually don't have yet. The weapon damage and the freezing target on execution, it's all the way up here, so I probably should have not done this just yet, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to max out El Omen, and then we'll go for execution. But yeah, the Dreadblade here is buffing execution, and it's also turning Necrotic Edge into an AoE, and adding a bunch of cold damage, as well as converting all of that cold damage. So, Necrotic Edge here, 8 target maximum. I think that's not normally like that. Let's just have a look without those. 2 target maximum, okay. And then 75 cold damage. But if we chuck these on, suddenly it's 8 target maximum, and it's a lot more cold damage. So, pretty happy about that. Also, the extra levels there, 7 additional free levels in that skill. It's really going to hurt when it goes off. So let's go find something to stab. And we'll just see. I mean, it feels better. I don't know if it actually is better, but it definitely feels better. Yeah, I'm gonna say the damage is definitely improved. So let's get through here. Now this is normal, so we don't have to worry about Locksmere. Once we get to ultimate, there's a 50-50 chance of just getting deleted out here. Now the good thing about Locksmere is that Locksmere has one spawn location, and if you don't want to fight Locksmere, you just don't go there, and it's gonna be fine. That Chthonic Plain back there is also a place that I'm just not going to go, and it'll be fine. Also, I pointed this out in the Spellbreaker playthrough. These little white things here, these are mines. You step on them and they explode. So just, I mean, don't step on them and they don't explode. Easy. So let's see if we can kind of tear our way through these guys. The other reason to pump more points into Necromancer is to get the Soul Harvest node for Bone Harvest. Now, Bone Harvest at the moment is basically just a little bit of extra damage. But once we get over here, you can see even at one point here, 62 cold damage and 45 vitality damage. That's going to be added onto all of our attacks. So it's kind of like the Lethal Assault node for Amarasta's Blade Burst. It's just a bunch of flat damage. Unfortunately, it is another buff that we have to maintain, and it's another button we have to keep pushing. But it's a lot of damage, so it's well worth it. Right, Gates of Necropolis. There's a couple of cool things in here. Well, maybe cool's the wrong word, but there's a couple of things that I'm interested in here. There are 2 devotion shrines. There are also a bunch of Aether Crystals, which I do want. And there is a totem, which I would like to do. So the totem should be showing up on my map any second here. It isn't yet, which tells me that it's not at one of the places. But it'll show up, and I will go and click on it and then kill a bunch of things. Alright, so Aether Crystals. There's, I want to say 7 or 8 through here, but I'm going to hunt them down and kill them. There's some bigger ones just here. So, big crystal, drops a shard. This is almost always a trap. This one does look like it's a trap. So, yep, he's going to drag himself out of the ground and pretty much be dead by the time he's finished animating, which is good because Well, they kind of hurt. So here's my Aether Warped Totem. Let's just go ahead and kill it. So, malnutrition here. Looked really big and scary, but actually not so much. And I think Darlax is going to be the last one standing. Went through these pretty quickly. I'm kind of happy about the damage. Dreadnought footpads I'll have a look at. The rest of this, maybe not so much. You can go away. Alright, so Dreadnought footpads, let's have a look at those. Physical resist I like, pierce resist I like, but the loss of all that Aether and Chaos is not something that I like at the moment. So I'm going to leave that for now. When you get up here next to this crypt entrance, go ahead and do what I say I'm going to do and not what I'm actually going to do. So what I say I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a rift here, and then I'm going to go to the next rift gate and then come back, because in there is a devotion shrine, and I do want it. Despite what I usually end up doing, I do actually want to come back and go in there and get that devotion point. But we'll see if I remember to not clear that rift. Either way, I'm going to go in there, but it's just whether I do it now or later. So, here's the other devotion shrine that I was talking about. We can maybe clear the area a little bit before we pop that. Best practice in hardcore, never click on a totem or a devotion shrine while there's anything on your screen. I say best practice, but it's definitely not a hard and fast rule, and I often forget to do it. Okay, devotions. Now, I think we just finished up the Mistress of Rumors here, Murmur. Let me double check what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I've got my my little cheat sheet over here on the right. And it looks like, you know what? I didn't even need it. We were doing the tortoise. Now, I'm going to take the proc first, so we can start leveling it up. Put that on any kind of permanent buff. One thing I've been seeing a lot lately on various, say, Reddit threads asking for help, is people will post a link to their build, and they'll have circuit breakers attached to temporary skills, like, what was the one I saw the other day? I think it was Pneumatic Burst. It was one of the healing buffs anyway. So Pneumatic Burst or Word of Renewal, the Blood of Drig. I think it was Pneumatic Burst. But he had 2 or 3 permanent buffs available. And, okay, in theory, Pneumatic Burst should be up all the time. But anyone who's watched me play for more than about 30 seconds, or actually, how long's the buff here? Lasts for 60 seconds. Anyone who's watched me play for more than about 62 seconds knows that this buff is not up all the time. And if it happens to be one of the times when it's not up, now your deaths of it, your circuit breaker doesn't go through. So always on a permanent buff, always. Unless you literally don't have one available, in which case go and get one. A single point in something permanent is worth it to put a circuit breaker on.
Took you long enough.
Alright, what's the plan? What do you have in mind? Absolutely, yes, 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 we will stop the cult. I remembered. I remembered the rift. I think it's because I didn't have to stop and go do something else. Anyway, right, so, this crypt here, the Black Sepulcher. There's a lot of bleeding damage in here. There's also some ghosts, but mostly it's these ghouls. Every single one of these you kill is going to put a bleeding pool on the ground. There's a lot of bleeding damage in here. This place sucks. If your bleeding resist is not maxed out, you're going to have a very bad time. Or at least you're going to have a bad time. Maybe very is not 100% accurate, but anyway. Get bleeding resist before you come in here. Bleeding is honestly one of the easier ones to get anyway, so you should be pretty good. Wardstones, Silk Swatch, all of that is bleeding, so should be alright. So this first little section here, we just want to get through this. What we can do, let's just fear them away with Ill Omen. That'll spread, and it'll be a great time for everybody that's not me. Okay, Aether Goop on the floor. There's another piece of the Perdition set. I think that's 4 pieces now. It's crazy how fast you get this set when you don't want it. Okay, we've got a Regenerator. Not good enough regeneration for him. Although, to be fair, those monsters are made to be killed. Right. Are you better than the existing one? Computer says no. Not even close. I'm going to hang on to it anyway. Maybe we just make this a retaliation build. No, that's not happening. Don't worry about that. I'll probably end up selling that entire set without having used a single piece of it, if I'm being honest. It's just kind of hard to swap it in if you don't have the resistances covered. Resistances, to me, is more important than armor. You look like you might have a sword. He definitely did not have a sword. There is a totem here. Is it ancient? It is ancient. Okay, we're doing this, but I'm clearing the area, and I'm definitely getting ready to run. And I'm going to wait for those bleed pools to go away. Waiting for my troll rage buffs to wear off as well. Okay, these guys are fine. I mean, they hit really hard. And they lock you down in place, which is not great. But the important thing is that they are not the ghost crabs that do the novas, because those things hurt. And we killed them quickly. Anchorite's leg armor. No. Glacier could be okay. If we didn't need it for, if we didn't need our relic slot, sorry, for our default attack replacer, then we could use Glacier. Kind of thinking something like Mortality might be okay as well. I know it's Vitality stuff, but free skill levels could be alright. Nemesis might be a good bet as well. I'll have a look on my cheat sheet what I actually ended up going with. Even something like Juggernaut could be good, just for the easy healing proc from it. Okay, Harbinger of Souls. No. What do we got? Elemental and Chaos on that one. This is Chaos and Pierce. This could be okay. It's definitely not great, but it could be okay. Alright, that's another... Excuse me, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm not going back. Okay. Level up. So we've got 7 in Cunning. I'm just going to take it to 10. I know I said that, but I'm actually going to do it. And same with Ill Omen here. Reducing the target's damage for pretty much permanently. So this has a 4.2 second duration at the moment and 5 second recharge. I'm pretty sure this gets up to like 5.4 second duration and 5 second recharge. Something like that. I'm pretty sure it ends up being permanent. It's definitely something you want to be using on either very large packs or on bosses. Or anything that hits hard. It's also a good candidate. So, nothing here looking too scary. I am going to check for the Exalted Stash. I mean, because obviously. And at some point I'm going to remember to spend that Devotion point as well. Seems safe-ish. We're taking the foot from the tortoise here. And next up, does that give me blue? That does give me blue. Okay, I've got 2 points I can take back, so let's go take those back. And we're probably going to be moving towards the Elemental Seal now, which I think is going to be Empty Throne, but I'll have a look. So Sardina, my good friend, let's take those 2 back. Right, the other one we could do is the Panther. So we need the Panther, we need, let's have a look, we need the Hawk, we need the Toad. Right, I think we're going to kind of, I'm going to say Beeline, but we're going to go to the Rowan's Crown here. I think we're going Toad next. So 1 point in purple.
Safe journey.
Just like that. The good thing about the Toad is, well, a little bit of resistance, but where is it? This one. A little bit of lifesteal. some health. These are all kind of good bonuses. Empty Throne I will be taking later, but I want to get to Elemental Storm as quick as I can. And either one of these would do it, but the Toad's got a little bit of lifesteal on it. So I'm going to do that. As long as I'm in town, I'm also going to vendor a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll get rid of this. I kind of tempted by that. Starfire is also okay. It's not amazing, but it does have PS res on it though. What I should do is go and get another Gollus ring, because that Sheltering of Voidfire is kind of crap. The other thing I could do is, I mean, obviously I'll do this in between episodes, but just check all these vendors for rare rings. If I could find any with of the Winter Storm on it, getting 2 whatever rings of the Winter Storm could be good. But that'll be something to do in between episodes rather than making everybody watch as I reset vendors over and over. Probably take 15-20 minutes to get each one. Which honestly is not a good investment in time, but it would definitely make the character stronger, for sure. Alright. So we've got these Chthonian Dreadguards here. Everybody by now, I think, is aware that I'm a little bit paranoid about those things. Something 700% physical weapons that they get to hit me with. That's alright, there's only a handful of them in here. So we're looking for the Exalted Stash. It's not going to be over here, but I am also checking for the Totem, which could have been here, or it could have been here as well. It looks like it's going to be over here, which is fine. Exalted Stash, not here. But that's fine, we've got the Totem. And if I play this correctly, we can get some Kaiman's idiots to fight the Totem for us. Let's just see if I can run down here and get them involved. There they go. Alright, you guys have fun with that. I'm going to be honest, it would be much more efficient for me to kill that myself. But it's nowhere near as fun as getting Kaiman's idiots to do it for me. You can really tell when that Necrotic Edge is proccing. Especially in crowds of smaller enemies. As soon as it procs, probably I would say 8 of them just instantly die. So it's a lot of fun, actually. What was this one here? Ring of Ramfire. I haven't noticed that. I'm probably... You know what? I bet it's that. It's going to be active pretty much all the time just because of Spectral Wrath. But I haven't really noticed it. Alright. That's our 3 wagons done. Let's go back and clean up that totem. I should have just killed it myself. It's nowhere near as fun, though. Kaiman's still fighting them. Hey, they've actually killed a few of them. See that? Superior of Ruthlessness. 20 to 40 physical damage, plus another 50%. That's actually not that scary. Not at this point. But trust me, they get scary. Alright, what do we got? Chthonian's Thread Sash. That is not horrible. I don't hate that belt. Not going to use it, but I don't hate it. Actually, the belt I have is kind of bad. And that's a lot of extra armor. Poison I don't care about losing. 9% chaos, not really. Wait, where do I get 60% chaos res? Is that going to be an aura from these guys, maybe? I'm not sure. 1% over on Aether, but... do I really care about 7% uncapped Aether resistance when I'm going to be fighting a whole bunch of enemies that don't do Aether damage? I think the answer is no. I think I'm going to make that swap. Having the Vitality proc is kind of not amazing, but having extra armor, extra pierce res, I mean, granted it doesn't really fix anything, but 73 over now. What did I change to get all that chaos res? I don't think I have any buffs. Oh, whatever it was. I'll take it. But yeah, that Lifestealer Nova, when hit, a chance to just do a bunch of damage and get some health back. That's not bad. It's not amazing, It'd be better if it was cold and vitality and 20% lifesteal, but take what I can get. More procs is generally more better. I don't need to go up there, I need to go down here. So I think we'll just go kill the Loghorrean. I definitely could go and farm some better rings. I definitely could go and get some better, well, everything. Using level 35 boots, not amazing. These gloves also not very good. So there's definitely a lot of improvements that could be made, but I think we just go kill him. Before we go in there, let me just go check my stash, see if I have Vitality, Chaos, and Poison Resistance potions. Also, may as well check Isaiah here. See anything I like? Well, that will depend on what you have. No. No, I don't see anything I like, actually. Squalls, Fallen Skies, everything except the one that I want. Okay, that's fine. I think I had a Chaos and a Vitality potion. Just Chaos. Just the one I didn't need. Let's see if I can craft a Vitality potion. Vitality res. Death Whisper ointment, for which I need a Sanctified Bone, which is going to be incredibly expensive. Let's see, 4 salts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bone. Honestly, I may as well just use the bone. No, that's fine. The potion I'm going to make is... they'll get 3 of these. They're very expensive. I kind of regret making that already. But it is what it is. I definitely don't need the Chaos one, and Poison is probably fine, but I'm not going to risk it. Let's, it's D-res. Venom Guard Ointment. You know what? That's pretty cheap. 1 anti-venom, 1/8 crystal. Way cheaper than the Vitality one. Alright, let's go kill the Loghorrean. I don't think there's really much point farming for gear just yet. I'll probably do a big farming run at the end of the normal playthrough. Maybe before we fight Korvac. Probably not a bad idea to get some better gear. But we'll just see what drops on the way, sort of thing. What are we looking at here? So, 17. It's basically 6 levels just to get to that point. Okay. That's definitely going to be a later thing. I'm trying to decide if I want to go for Soul Harvest first, or if I want to go for Execution first. I'm leaning towards Execution. Having Soul Harvest is another button I have to push, another button I have to mess with and remember to use, whereas Execution is just, hey, free damage. So I think we go for Execution. I'm kind of tempted to take points out of Ill Omen to do that as well. Don't think I will, but I'm tempted. Okay, so just for fun, there is a loose torch here, and if you push it, it's just here. If you push it, this door opens up. We can go in here. And there's a whole bunch of chests you can click on. Now, as with all the hidden loot in this game, you are very unlikely to actually find anything good. But, I mean, free loot, right? It's maybe in a side grade for different resistances. Let me have a look here. Bleeding Vitality, I mean, yeah. Loss of 13% Elemental, I don't think I care. More offensive ability on these, I think we swapped those over. Losing 28 Spirit kind of tickles a little bit, it hurts a bit. Getting more crit chance is probably worth it though. The Spirit is going to be non-physical damage bonus buff. But that much Spirit is kind of not a big deal. It should be fine. Yeah, I definitely want to get some more Winter Storm procs. Also, as long as I'm here, we'll grab this little hidden loot. Apparently I blew the door off by accident. So that's fun. There we go. Now, where's my little green wormy friend? He's not here, so he's going to be in front of the door to the next level. That's fine. That's fine. I'm still going to kill him. And we do have a Devotion Shrine. I always forget this Devotion Shrine. Pre 1.2, this Devotion Shrine was Ultimate only, I believe. And it always used to confuse me, because I played Season, I think, 5, might have been 4, but one of them put this in normal, and then I would come back through here in the normal game, and I'd be looking for it, and obviously it wouldn't be here. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Anyway, let's go kill some stuff. Neither of them had a weapon, which is nice. Turtle shell rank up, also nice. None of the loot is very good. However, Devotion Shrine, very, very nice. A little bit of spirit, some offensive ability. Getting that spirit kind of, sort of back is kind of nice. And another little hidden area here. So you can obviously see the doors opening this time. Hidden spoils chest. That's a lot of extra armor. Unfortunately, it's also too high level for me, and I'm probably not going to use them just because of resistances. Yeah, you can definitely hear when that when the proc goes off. Okay, so we've got Forsaken. There's nothing really super close. Let's just pop it. And we're nearly done, actually. These guys died surprisingly easily. I say as my health starts yo-yoing. There we go, what do we get? Apothecaries, Leg Plates of Valor. Okay, Leg Plates of Valor, I am seriously tempted by. Apothecary's Sign, I'm pretty sure I've had that whole set by now. That was the... That's the metal. That's actually not horrible as well. 2 set is kind of worthless. 3 set is not great. Actually, that whole set is kind of pants. Okay. Leg Plates of Valor. That is... Can I wear those? I lose 1% poison resistance. Pierce, I don't really care. Chaos is fine. I'm going to make that swap. No problem. We do also have 2 pieces of the Apothecary set right here. And I'm going to completely ignore them because they're not very good. What am I doing? Component.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Yes, absolutely, we shall. There we go. So another 5% physical resistance, a bunch of pierce and bleeding. So can we? Computer says not really. Actually, 18%, 60, 75% there. Aether res is down. And we lost 5%, 10% physical resistance as well. I think I'm think I just have to keep not using the perdition stuff. I mean, definitely not the end of the world that I can't use it, but I really like that set. That extra armor is really, really nice while leveling, but that is what it is. If you don't have the resist, you can't do it. Okay. So, green wormy time. We are 79%. That's honestly fine. I'm gonna not use the potion. Actually, why not? I've got 3 of them. I'll probably never use them again after this. Maybe use one more when I fight the Loghorrean on Ultimate. So, green wormy bro, just here. Main Galgalore. Dies pretty nicely. Pretty much just keep Lethal Assault active. Warding of the Winter Storm, yes, but also no. So the Winter Storm thing there, that's the Ice Spike proc, and it's also +2 to Night's Chill, and it's also Elemental Resist. So I would love to be able to use that. I would love to have those affixes on not an amulet, ideally. But if wishes were fishes, then prawns would rule the world. There is something fun about just playing a build where you just hold left click and things in front of you evaporate. That was one of the things I really enjoyed about the Archon, the Savagery Archon. You just hold your left click and anything that comes near you just turns into a cloud of red mist. It's great fun. Some people would say that build was boring, and I mean, yes, but also no. A lot of people think Force Wave is boring too, and again, same thing. I don't see it, but hey, to each their own. If it's something that you don't enjoy, then don't do it. So these Dread Guards here, yeah, they're gonna have weapons. And as soon as you stop respecting them, one of those weapons is gonna kill you in 2 hits. It's gonna happen. The great thing about warnings like that is that I'll be wrong 98 times out of 100, but it's those 1 or 2 times out of 100 where I'm not wrong. That's the reason why I give those warnings. You know, I always tell people, make sure you've got armor, make sure you've got all these different layers, and people still die. You know, I still lose characters because I think, well, it's only going to be like 1 time out of every 100. I'll be okay, and then that 1 time happens and you're not okay. So it's always amusing to think what people might be thinking when I say something like, you know, make sure your resistances are capped in normal. Because you definitely can get through normal difficulty without dying, without having capped resistances. Normal is not difficult. Veteran's a little bit harder, but still easily doable. Right, let's drink that potion. We're well over cap on the chaos. Let's just, we'll just kill Bloodlord Thonus. He's going to summon his friend. Weapon pull skills should be enough to just kill those for me. Assuming he gets close enough. Yep, look at that. Gone. Deleted. And there we go. Bloodlord Thonus is down. Chill Surge Ring. Okay, now we're talking. Let's have a look at that. Okay. So that's got fire resistant shred on the proc, which I really wish it was cold, but it is what it is. In terms of, well, that's a proc when you get hit, which is not great. Resistances on this, also not great. I don't think I can use this. Yeah, I don't need to use it either. Let's just go kill the Loghorrean. We are strong enough that I think we can just hold left click and wait for him to die. I'm going to use Ill Omen on cooldown. Probably just going to tank everything in the face, if I can. Or until my health bar starts moving. I think it's fine. Okay, so now we start getting sundered. The question is, does it matter? And honestly, I think the answer is no. I think it just doesn't matter. So, sundered. Let's see if he can puke on me while I'm sundered. Yep, didn't get deleted. We just blow him up. So defenses are strong enough that I just don't care about any kind of damage he can do. And we just kill him. So we're standing in the Chaos pool here, which is not great. I don't love it. But it also doesn't seem to be an issue. Yeah, we just kill him. Oh, sundered. Puke on me. Yeah, no, nothing. Weak sauce. Absolutely weak sauce. Down he goes. Alright, so we have unlocked Ultimate Difficulty and Elite. We now access Elite. We are not going to Elite straight away. We are going to do the expansions in Normal, or in Veteran, and then we are going to make a decision at that point, probably to go straight to Ultimate, but we will see. This ring is going to go into the pile of I'm totally going to use this stuff, honestly. Shroud of the Fox, it's nice armor. Level 50 required, physical resist, OADA, all the stats. It's pretty good armor. I think I'm probably not going to use it though. One thing I am going to do, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, I'm going to go and do Anasteria's quest. Because I actually want some gear from her for the first time in, like, literally ever. Her chest piece is pretty decent. Let's actually... You can't see it, but anyway. The Elite Outcast Chilled Cuirass. Let's actually just go talk to her and I can show you. Probably the better way to do it. Hang on. Nope. I remembered. What are you? Explorer's trousers. So, you over here, and my helmet. There we go. Alright. Free XP. Thank you very much. And he has given me the Touch of the Ever-Living Grove, which is definitely a pet pair of gloves, but... Yeah. Look, alright, I get it. Just be quiet, I'm trying to talk. Right, so, they are definitely pet gloves, but, if you just ignore that little section that says bonus to all pets, just pretend that's not there. These are gloves that have a bunch of health, a bunch of regen, elemental resist, which is meh, but that healing wins, 10% chance on attack every 6 seconds, 2% plus 1200. I'll be wearing those at level 50. I know I'm not playing a pet build, but they are absolutely worth using at level 50. Unless I find something better, obviously. Let's go ahead and chuck these back on, and... Shadow Weave, no... Where am I? There it is. Okay, what do you have in mind? Absolutely, yes, I will head to the Ogden Bog. For sure, absolutely. Indubitably, even. Right, let's get rid of all this stuff. Actually, those boots, no, pants, no, blues can go, ring I already looked at. Okay. So yes, we are going to go and do Anasteria's quest, which normally I don't do. Normally I say, just talk to her, tell her you're not going to kill her, and then just pretend she doesn't exist. But, what is it? Yes, I will deal with the witch. And by deal with, I mean I will make a deal with the witch. So, we'll go and talk to her. And I will show you the... Oh, I should have brought the items with me. Anyway, it's fine. Why are you under Crew's protection? Why should I trust you? I will defy a reeve. And I will gather your items for you. Right. Chilled. Chilled. Outcast chilled vestments. Now, the downside to these is, well, they have low armor. But looking at my current armor, this is still an upgrade. This one is... Hang on. Yeah, this one. This is the one I was looking at. Actually, these aren't bad either. +2 to Night's Chill is pretty good. This is the one that I have in the plan that is kind of okay to use. +2 to Execution and +2 to Necrotic Edge. Obviously, Necrotic Edge is this one, and I want as many skills points in that as I can get. I might even put some more hard points in there at some point, maybe. I'm not sold on that, but maybe. But also Execution, which is this one we don't have yet. 8 points. That would get me about here. Yeah, it's fine. We'll get there. Anyway, the point of this is I'm going to do Anasteria's quest. At least some of them. Some of her quests. So, because she's unlocked, and I probably should have unlocked her before I went into... Well, not probably. I definitely should have unlocked her before I went and killed the Loghorrean. But because I want her gear, basically, I want to go and do her quests. Also, XP. I like XP. Blood of Chthon. I don't love giving her half of my bloods, but it is what it is. And all of my tainted brain matter. Yeah, definitely don't enjoy giving her all those, but it's an entire quest line. We're not going to go and do... Actually, we might do that. So she has a quest that sends you into the Steps of Torment, and it's actually into the Skeleton Key part of the dungeon. So we might actually go do that. Friendly with Black Legion is not great. That was a downgrade, by the way. Okay, and we'll go get the Fang for her as well. Why not? Why not? Let's completely tank our Black Legion reputation. What do we need for this? This is respected by level 50. We might just do this one more quest. I think I have to leave before I can port. So, that quest is actually over in the East Marsh. So we'll go to the East Marsh, but to get there I'm going to need 2 dynamite and 10 scrap. So let's get that before we kind of go running off. So 10 scrap. I've got... Yeah, it's fine. I've got 4 dynamite. To the Burridge Village. And we are going to run to the southeast. Now, all this stuff is obviously still level 15, 16. Some of it's probably 17, but it's basically irrelevant. You can, use Shadow Strike to just bounce between all of it. Once we get through here, though, this bridge is 2 dynamite, and sorry, it's 1 dynamite, and 10 scrap. Notice all the scrap's gone. Once we get through there, though, so all this stuff in here is going to be... What is that? A rotting corpse. This stuff is going to be considerably harder. This is level 47 stuff. Not that it's... I mean, you have a well-built character, you're not really going to have any issues here. I am heading over to... Not that way. Heading over to kill Kaliskar. This is a quest that I almost never do, because generally speaking, the Outcast quests are not worth doing. Because, or at least they didn't used to be, because you would just go and you would unlock her quest in normal. She gives you reputation, or you get reputation for killing ethereals and for killing chthonics, and so it's kind of like you unlock her on normal, then all the ethereals on elite, all the chthonics on elite, all of the ethereals and chthonics for Ashes of Malmoth, all that sort of stuff. It's all just giving you more and more reputation. You don't ever do any of her quests, and about halfway through Ultimate, you'll end up revered with her, just from killing chthonics and ethereals. So, very rarely will I do her quests. I'm only doing them this time because I actually want I want some of her gear, which almost never happens. Her gear is typically just bad. She has been power crept by expansion factions to the point where she's just kind of irrelevant. Bramblewood, no. Arcane Insight's also going to be a no. But we can eat the blueprint. Running out here also generally something I only do when I'm with Death's Vigil, because they have another quest out here as well, so you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. Treasure Trove, sometimes over here I think it is. It's alright, not today. No Treasure Trove for me. It's alright, we'll just keep on keeping on. Break through here. This is where the Death's Vigil quest is. See Ouroboros' journal there. The Death's Vigil do indeed send you out here to try and find him. And, I mean, he's dead. He's so dead. Actually, at this point in the game, he's not dead. Spoilers. But by the time you finish Forgotten Gods, he's dead. Alright, you can see that devotion shrine there? That's, I mean, obviously a devotion shrine, so I want it. There is a little secret down here. A set of stairs you can run down. Hidden spoils, usually. Didn't get the hidden spoils. Somewhat disappointing. Anyway, Kaliskar here. We can go ahead and kill him, her, it, whatever. Not expecting any issues here either. I'm going to get sundered, and I just kind of don't care. It's the great thing about Veteran, even Veteran compared to normal, is there's kind of not a lot of damage except in a few token places, I guess we'll call it. So Kaliskar, the Bone Hunter, goes bye-bye. It does have a shield MI, which, I mean, that one's not bad. Overlords is pretty good. But we were here for the Fang of the Bone Hunter, so let's just grab that. We've also got a Devotion Shrine, which we can grab. Chuck another point in the Frog. So there's the attack speed, or sorry, the attack leech. A little bit of extra health. One more point, we'll get the Toad here. Ideally, I'd like to just be able to swap that straight over here, but they don't let you do that, unfortunately. Ah, well, it is what it is. Once we get the Toad, that'll unlock the Rowan's Crown, and then we can get Elemental Storm for some more elemental resistance shredding, as well as that Frostburn damage. And the elemental damage is nice as well, but mostly we're looking for the resistance shred on that. Okay, what do we got? We've got Anasteria's quest. I think this is the last of the kind of easy ones. I think she's going to send us into Steps of Torment next. I do kind of want to get the Ilgor's medal at some point. But it's going to cost a skeleton key. Anyway, let's just see where she sends us next. What do you need? Arcovians. Yeah. The Shade of Elnadrin. This is in the Steps of Torment here, so I'm going to not take that one just now. Elementalist, okay. Sure. Gloves, nope. We can sell all of that. Now, unfortunately, that did cost me Black Legion. They're no longer respected. Ethereal Vanguard I can't kill, except for the occasional totem. The Outcast I'm not going to kill, and Black Legion doesn't really have any more quests available for me. When you side with the Outcast instead of the Black Legion, they just kind of go, oh, okay, well, screw you then. And then they don't give you any more of their Fort Ikon quests. So he's not talking to me. Spellbreaker Moira here. Not interested. All these quests that could have been here, they're not here anymore. So It is what it is. One more point in cunning. Didn't get a level. And now seems like a good time to end this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.